higher, the fear will be there always. You can manage that fear situation, and you can transform. Basically, you transform in the sense you won't become when we say you become a new person, you have more mindfulness or more self-awareness. You know yourself much better, and that is the name of the game. The more you know what is happening internal, external can be managed. So just to give a feedback, basically all of you all spoke well. Started with Gaurishwaran, he spoke about MS Dhoni, shared a lot of facts, a lot of information, a lot of content. People who didn't know MS Dhoni also, I'm sure would have got to know. You told a lot of stories, a lot of keywords, very interesting. From A to Z, we got to know a lot about this personality, and how you can add more color to the speeches. I would say, in terms of, I saw the only shortcoming with the hand gesture. You had control, but occasionally the hand went, we call it slouching, this level. So rather than doing this, have this gesture. This is more confident and power gesture. But today, as a first class, no worries. But gradually, if you can, that gives you more, confidence, and it will give you more relaxation. And I would say, I would have thought you could have brought a picture. Sometimes people might have not known who MS Dhoni. You could have showed your phone.
Yeah, I thought to bring. Yeah.
So that would have added more value. So, and maybe one or two questions inside the speech. My dear friends, do you know who is the Indian captain who won the World Cup in 2011? It can be a simple question, but it creates interaction. You don't need to get the answers, but that will create interaction. But how you share the message from A to Z was very powerful, very interesting, and even I enjoyed the speech very much. So well done. Second speaker was Gayan. Gayan spoke about the bowl and the frog. Very nicely shared two stories, and he related two people. How many of you remember the two persons he related to his speech? A businessman and a doctor. I remember the businessman, Mrs. Damika Pera, and Aniruddha Padini. Okay, so wonderful speech. I know you shared the story in a very interesting manner. You from A to Z, you had control. Very interesting speech. I felt the message also was very powerful. Your strength is you have a lot of calmness. You can share a message as a story. You go stage by stage, which is very good. Only areas to improve, maybe I saw the posture was a little early stage, you go front and back. So it will maybe take more focus. Initially, see yourself like planting yourself as a tree. Initially. Because then it gives firmness to the leg. Then gradually, once you gain the confidence, you can start moving. At the beginning itself, you start moving. Initially, get the firm leg. Then it project it gives a very confident posture. Then gradually, you can use more gestures, hand movement. But overall, I like the way you shared the story. The message was good. Only area I would say the posture will give you more confidence. Next speak is about all posture, gestures, expressions. So don't worry about it today. Third speaker was Najat. Najat spoke about a very interesting topic. I thought very broad topic. What is happiness? It could have been like a box of chocolates, but you spoke a very broad aspect, a bigger aspect, I would say, a larger vision you had. I know what your objective of the speech was. You need not, you have the content, you have the, voice, you have the, you have the ability to share a lot of information. So I would say, don't show that nervousness by saying, this is my first time I'm speaking, so as a speaker, you take control. I said Muhammad Ali is a street boxer. He doesn't have any training. He trained it. But when he comes to the ring, the other guy is 3 times bigger than him. But this guy goes in front of him, he punches him, and he runs around the ring even before the match starts. So the opponent is saying, what is wrong with this guy? The match has not even started, and he's running around. He says, the more I run around and I go and psychologically scare that fellow, I feel more motivated. And psychologically, that guy wonders what is happening. So initially you settle, you don't have to get that permission. I thought, you shared the information very well. You asked a question, which is very good. You got interaction. So ideally, if nobody is answering, so ladies and gentlemen, what is happiness to you? So you raise your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happiness to you? Because sometimes we know the answer, but we don't like to do this. And still, if nobody is answering, you have the power to, Namik, what about you? What is happening? You can throw in the, what about you? But I saw you asking, what about this side? So you have the ability to interact with the audience, which is very good. But take control, because you had from A to Z, you had balance control as well. Maybe take more control. That's the only message. No harm. Do not tell that, because it is like, as a speaker, never say sorry. Because moment you tell sorry only, he's not prepared. He's nervous. Okay, no problem. Good speak. Like when we go to watch a movie, or when you go to see a